welcome to French Property Renovations, and this is me leaving the UK permanently on my adventure abroad onto the continent and off to France and the Haute Vienne. And looks like we've got a little escort going on as we leave Portsmouth. There's the Navy docks on the right hand side there at Portsmouth. Cheers. Not a bad day to be leaving though, weather-wise, quite sunny. Yes, beautiful day leaving the UK. Oh dear, I have a police escort leaving the UK. I thought I was one of those kind of people you needed to escort, but hey ho. Yes, we all like boats, the sea and the sunshine. And a February day here, grey, misty, a bit cold. And this is the house in all its charm. Broken stairs, damp, lots of spiders, spiders in the joists, spiders on the walls. Kitchen with a leftover sink unit. Concrete wall there that I will at some point knock down. And a totally defunct back door. Lots of damp, cobwebs, and lots of damp. Definitely needs a wood burner going, drying out, and some sunshine, windows opening to get some air circulation through the place. But I'm happy, I'm home. And here's a second journey, second time unloading. Tools are going in that one for now because it's got a lockable door. Yes, and we brought a spare just in case for the van. And we're now starting to basically dump all my furniture, tools, scaffolding, settees, you name it. It's all coming through that door. And here we've got some rubber tile matting just to make it a bit cleaner, drier on my wood burner. Oh, a couple of bits of furniture. Oh, and a bin coming in. So the girls are helping, Chloe and Jane, helping me move in, helping with the lifting. I brought some trucks though to make life easier. That door definitely needs replacing. And here I've got a French window that I bought from Gumtree for £100. I'm going to use it. Basically, I'm going to foam it up against the outside of the house, and that will facilitate me removing that back door, make it a little bit warmer for the winter and a bit better for the summer, keep the snakes out. And here's my kitchen, recycled base units, second-hand cooker, and some brand new worktops that I got for a good price in the UK. Makes life livable. Toaster, can't be a toaster. So I'm just putting a bit of emulsion on here just to brighten the place up. Find spiders, remove spiders. I've got a pint pot glass at one side ready to catch the spiders and rehouse them. See where they can go on the housing list, whether it be the front or the back of the house, in the grass or in the stones. But they're definitely getting relocated, some of them, because I have thousands. And here we go, we're still in March I think here, and I'm digging out all the brambles, and a bit of an effort. Still warm though once you get working, and once I've got them all down to ground level, I tried to dig most of them up. But what I did, I put a load of visqueen that I found on the field over the top to stop the sunlight getting to them, to hopefully kill them off a little bit, and that's us. So we have the cat chilling in the shade, and my sycamore trees over there, and a couple of my chimney pots that I've brought. I've moved the blue visqueen off the well cover, took some big timbers out of my barn. There's some more there lying on the floor, and I've trimmed all the way down the front and the side of the barn. A few nettles there I'm going to actually dig out rather than trim, and I've moved that bloody horrible visqueen off the top of my well. And unfortunately I've got half concrete and I've put some wood over the top of it now so no idiot with a broken ankle falls in it. And I've trimmed all the way along here down the back of my barn, and there's a little perspective now. Well, there's the big conker tree, and the field's all been cut. So I'm tidying up today, moving stones. Got more and more fucking stones everywhere, piles of them. But some of them are out of the apex of the gable end of the barn there. So there you go. Up there, just there, you can see that's the entrance to the sand dunes and to the beach at the Coat Savage. And as you can see, we're surrounded by pine forests, massive big fir cones, and it's about a 5-minute walk back to the car park. There's the beach at Coat Savage and the sand dunes, and there are all the pine forests, and that's the path from the car park. There you go.
2 hours later.
And here I am kangarooing all the old lime mortar out of the joints between the stone, ready for repointing later in the summer, because most of it's perished. And I've got earplugs in and ear defenders on because it gets so noisy, and it's still probably 25 degrees doing this, so it's dusty, noisy, not the best job in the world to do, and a big front of the house to do. I will do a video at some point on how to do lime mortar, because I've watched some of the videos out there and I think there's a bit of a, what should we call it, disparity between them on how to do it and how not to do it and what you should and shouldn't do. Because whilst I'm here in France, I keep asking all the UK builders that I keep seeing how they do it and how they recommend to do it. So I'm going to do it my way, and I'll do you a video on that at a later date. And here I'm progressing towards the end. I'm doing the kitchen area now, and as you can see, there's some beautiful stones around the windows which make nice features, so I think it'll look really nice when it's repointed up. And then obviously we've got the bricks around the doorway, which creates another little feature. But overall it's quite a basic property to renovate, easy from the construction point of view, as it's not a chateau, and it's doable for most people, I think, in my opinion. And there's Trevor, my dog, joining in, trying to help. And I have Chloe and Jane helping me with the rubble removal as I'm going along. And here, this part of the outbuildings has collapsed, as you can see. Still one of the timber beams still in there, roof's totally gone. But I think it did have the bread oven, which you might just be able to see on the right hand side. And again, Chloe and Jane helping me removing brambles and rocks. Got rocks everywhere. So we're on to the final bit of the front now. We had a little change there with the brambles at the side. And at some point this kitchen must have been extended because they actually rendered over all the rocks, but I'm hoping to repoint the whole front evenly, and I'll show you that when I get to doing it. Oh, they used to say when I was a kid, don't try this at home, and it's not the safest standing on ladders and standing on scaffolding, but I've been doing it a long time. I'm usually okay when I feel safe. But whatever you do, when you're doing DIY, just make sure you feel safe in what you're doing. Don't you just love the blue skies though? yesterday at about 7 a.m. in the morning when it was cool, although it creeped up to 28 degrees during the day. And I managed to, apart from these last few bits, I managed to cut down the whole of that tree and split it all for the wood burner for the winter, so I have a good supply of firewood. Roughly, I think all told, be about 2 square metres of hardwood, French oak, nice grain in it if you look there. And this is an old abandoned track that I found, which would have been used for putting firewood on to keep it off the ground, stop the damp getting into the wood. So when I fill the whole of this track, I'm going to cover it over with some visqueen plastic or tarpaulin, keep the rain off it come September, October time. And as you can see, this is my field. There's Trev underneath the conker tree, and we've got all the way to the horizon. 8 acres. Oh, Trev's barking at the farmer next door. So obviously I've got a bit more work to do through the summer, building my pile up, but it's been killed, this oak tree, by disease. There are tracks in it, in some places where you can see the larvae inside it. Don't know if I've got any on the top here to show you, maybe for another video, but if you look there you can see where the disease has got in, and especially so if you look at the one of the bits of trunk that I got off, tree trunk. There you go, you can see it all slowly rotting, been dead probably 2 or 3 years, so it's well seasoned, perfect for a wood burner. Taking a little break from cutting this old French oak tree up for firewood. Exercise, keeps me warm, keeps me fit, although I say that it's 28 degrees today. And we did have some shade, as you can see. There's my chainsaw. And if you look at some of the grain in this oak, it's absolutely beautiful. This end of the tree where I've been cutting, like a nice little chair that, for a dwarf maybe. Hobbit, even. There's my axe, gives you an idea of the height of that one, probably 3 foot in diameter. That's a nice one. And that's what's left of the tree up to now. You can just start to see now, compared to this one, no rot at all in that one, but that one there is just starting to see the rots, and if I go to the other end you can see it completely. And I remember reading somewhere that a big old oak tree can be host to something like 10,000 insects. I can quite believe that when I see all the ants that are in it. I don't know if you can see any of them in there, but they're all bobbing about. There's one bobbing. But here, they've all got the little legs. Oh, earwig there as well. So that's a couple of species. And then here, if you look at this, here's where it's totally rotten in the middle. So basically I can probably get some firewood out of the outer ring. All this I'm leaving for hedgehogs. And into the privet, hedgerow, whatever you want to call it. And the farmer will probably shove it all over as well, but it'd be good for insects, hedgehogs, even bats maybe, I don't know. But anyway, there's the field. I've had to come down to get this one in my van, by the way. It's not 4-wheel drive. I wish it was. I wish it was a pickup. Anyways, look at the weather. Can't beat it. So this is me right now, splitting logs, trying to do all the easy ones. And then I'll have to do these with my chainsaw. But this is my pile. This was an old, very old track done with rocks and stones to try and keep the wood off the floor, which I found in my field. Here's my field, big conker tree, horse chestnut. Yeah, there's all my wood, and my field is all the way up there to the dead tree, 8 acres. Oh, there's my dog wandering around. That's how much wood I've I'm up to now, kind of. So, yep, keep busy, exercise. Oh, and I split the whole tree. I think it was 4 trees like this, all in one, and then all of that was a great big oak tree, about 4 foot in diameter.